Right, well, Weapons did really well. And Fantastic Four has now kind of faded to obscurity. It's unlikely that Fantastic Four will keep going after this. This is, of course, your box office roundup. Weapons has blown up. Huge numbers. Also, Freakier Friday as well did not bad, to be fair. But the real loser here is Fantastic Four. And we're seeing a new status quo for Marvel. The previous status quo for Marvel was an average of 60% drop off in their second week. Normally after quite a big opening, actually. Now we're seeing mediocre openings and 65% upwards drop off, which is staggeringly bad. Because you have to bear in mind their opening weekends have collapsed. So, yeah, not good. Not good. Not good for the film industry as a whole. Good for, I guess, the consumer if the relevant movie studios actually begin being creative again. That's great for the consumer because we get new products. But it is bad for the film industry until that happens. Because, of course, movie theatres aren't going to do very well. Film studios, they're going to need to quickly turn around. And they really do love beating dead horses. So, let's see what happens. But hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on. Let's dive right into it. So, Weapons. Weapons did great. So, pretty unexpected, or at least people think it's unexpected. I don't think it's a huge, it's not a huge shock or a surprise. This movie got very, very good good views on trailers and things like that. There's a lot of interest in it online. I know that anecdotally from my own channel. So, this is currently a Sunday AM right through on deadline. However, their numbers are normally pretty bang on. Even as it continues upwards. So we'll keep looking at this for now. It doesn't really matter because their estimations are normally bang on. So Warner Brothers' vibrancy at the weekend box office with original fare continues with its 10th number one title of 2025, Weapons, which is currently expected and may already hit $42.5 million stateside, domestically, and a $70 million global. That's mad. That's brilliant. So, to put that into perspective, if it does $70 million global, this movie is estimated to have a $38 million price tag. It's already, if it does $70 million, because we don't know what tax breaks they had. They may have had tax breaks. More than likely would have done. They've started across the threshold for a break-even point. Minus marketing, obviously. That's another factor we have to take into account. But that's great. That's a really, really good opening weekend for a low-budget horror movie. It's brilliant. Super good. So given the A- cinema score, the multiple on this will be massive. So basically they're saying this movie will just go on and on and on and on and on and on. They think that this movie will probably... They're comparing it to Sinners. So... the likelihood of this movie crossing like $300 million or something like that, yeah, it's quite high. Quite high. So, make no mistake, this movie will make money. That's it. It's profitable. That's it. It's a done deal at this point in time. So, fantastic. Really, really, really fantastic. So, Weapons was always bound to be director Zach Cregger's biggest opening weekend at the box office with Weapons. The artist, first and CAA-repped filmmaker is a new, dependable, fresh voice for edgy commercial fare on the big screen. The Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi administration knows how to spot such talent and is breathing new life into moviegoing. Yeah, good. They've done well. Like, there was a bidding war for Weapons, and Warner Brothers won it. And success. They've done well, right? You can't dispute it. It's a really, really good opening weekend for this movie. So, good on Warner Brothers. Seemingly, there's some executives there that actually know what they're talking about. So Disney's Freakier Friday, did $29 million domestic and $45 million global. Not brilliant. It's not brilliant. And they even say this, just like horror films, female-driven films can be front-loaded as well. Still at its production level cost of $45 million. It's not good. It's a revived property. They say that's a respectable start. It's okay. It's not great though, is it? $45 million global with a $45 million production budget. Like, what did you spend that money on? Like, the actors? It's not good. That's not good. So, you know, that movie, for argument's sake, needs to make $90 million to break even. Or just under, again, based on tax breaks, whatever. And then you've still got the marketing budget to throw in on there. But the winner here is Weapons, right? Weapons has done great. So they say this, but there is something to be said that Weapons could have stolen some female audience away from Freakier Friday, while the latter was massive with women, over 25 at 52% versus Weapons 24%. It pulled in 19% under 25, a figure very similar to Weapons, women under 25 at 18%. Slightly more under 25 females went with a group of friends, 1 to 5 more to Freakier Friday, 50% than Weapons. So we'll scroll through some of this because realistically what's happening here is a diabolical bomb when it comes to Fantastic Four. So, Jesus. So as you can see here, right, and we don't quite know the final figures yet. I mean, this is what they're estimating the final figures are for the weekend. But Fantastic Four has suffered another over 60% drop off in its third weekend. So crossing $230 million. I mean, that's disastrous. That's disastrous. Yeah, that's domestically, but that's still terrible. Jeez, that's so bad. That's so bad. Honourable mentions. Naked Gun, a 50% drop off. Pretty solid. That's pretty solid. For a spoof slapstick movie. That's not bad at all. Jurassic World Rebirth has just gone on to make incredible sums of money. $326.6 million domestic. Together, another honourable mention. With very limited screenings. 17.2 million week 2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Superman, again, not bad. Not bad production. Box office total there, $331.2 million domestic. Not good worldwide, but not bad domestically. So, here you go. There's not much else to say, really. Weapons has absolutely blown up. It's done great. This is, of course, the chap who's going to be directing a Resident Evil remake. It's not really a remake. It's not even a It's not even a reboot either. It's just making a Resident Evil movie. So I can't wait to see what he does. Fantastic Four's dead. This is the new paradigm for Marvel, it seems. Marvel, Kevin Feige, best sort it out quick. Drop those budgets, mate. Because I tell you what, if you can imagine these kind of opening weekends for the Avengers movies, they're fucked. And there's no two ways about it. I know coarse language. Sorry. But they are. They're screwed. Because those movies, they gave Robert Downey Jr. over $80 million for both movies. They gave the Russo brothers $80 million for both movies. So they are already carrying a price tag of presumably close to $200 million instantly before they've even hired anyone else. They're done. If these movies open to that sort of fanfare and they drop off that hard, they're done. Marvel's done. They're done. Their reign as the king of the box office. They're finished. So I'll be really, really intrigued to see what happens moving forwards. But anyway, hit subscribe if you're new here, like I said. Please do, genuinely. There's lots of people that watch the channel that are not subscribed, but you keep coming back. I've got to ask, because YouTube has done something weird to the channel at the moment. It's very frustrating. So please do hit subscribe. Take care, though. Bye-bye now.